We're out here at the Makeup to Mud camp, and I was going to help instruct a little bit, which I did, but I kind of ran behind schedule today. I had to drive from Houston this morning. I got some stuff to do on Sunday, so I helped instruct a little bit, but mainly came out here to do some motos and kind of help with what I could with the camp and talk to some girls and try to teach them how to ride a little bit more safer. Yeah, it's really cool to have this Makeup to Mud camp. You know, like kids. There's some girls that are just learning to ride today for their first time, and I could tell they all loved it. It was super hot, but all of them still had a smile on their face when they learned how to either work the clutch or just get going on a dirt bike. And it's cool to see that, you know, getting young girls in the sport, and even helping some of those girls that have experience ride a little bit more properly, where they can allow themselves to go faster in the future. And it's cool to kind of help the sport grow a little bit with some of the female riders and get the awareness out to some of the girls to spread the word and get more girls on the track in the future. It's really cool. Right now I'm training for outdoors pretty heavily, you know, on the bike, off the bike. Just like I'm racing every single round, I want to be ready to do all the rounds, and right now I'm trying to figure out a budget to actually get to all the rounds. It's tough, but I definitely have 5 rounds planned out that I'm going to for sure. I raced Colorado last weekend, and then I'm going to race Florida for sure, and then Redbud, Millville, and Ironman for the last round. But I'm in the works right now of getting everything together where hopefully I can do all the rounds. I just got to figure out a bike transport and then flights and all that, which I'm in the works, and I might be at High Point, but as of right now, I'm going to Jacksonville for sure, and just trying to figure out the rest of that as it goes, kind of day by day. For Supercross, as of now, for next year, 2020, I plan on being on my same team, Team All Souths. We're trying to get the budgets together and all that to have possibly a 4-rider team, the same guys that we had this year, and I'm trying to get all that together and Team All Souths as well. We're trying to just come into it more prepared this year than we were last year, because last year was kind of last minute, and we got these riders on board in the middle of the season, and we're sticking with the guys that we like and that we know have potential, and our buddies that we just like to be around, and trying to keep Team All Souths going with the passing of the owner, John McCullough. It was very unfortunate, but his family still wants to keep the team going, so as of now for 2020 we plan to keep Team All Souths going with myself, Kyle Swanson, Lane Shaw, and Curran Thurman for possibly a 450 West and 250 East team, where we'll be at the East Coast rounds in a nice setup, but for West Coast we might just be doing out of a van or something kind of simple. So we're figuring it all out right now and just trying to keep Team All Souths going for 2020. Cycle Ranch is historic in Texas. I mean, anyone who's grown up racing moto in Texas knows of Cycle Ranch, just because it's elevation for one. In Texas, you really don't get a lot of elevation at the tracks around Texas. Really, in general, there's not a lot of elevation. So so it has some hills, which are really cool, and then they had the historic 4-stroke national back in the early 2000s, I'd say. They had it for a long time, and like Travis Pastrana, I remember watching him race out here when I was super young. Kevin Windham was out here at the 4-stroke national a ton. Like Heath Voss would always come out here. He was really close, and there was a lot of like legends of the sport that would come race the 4-stroke national. And then of course when I got a little bit older and on 85s and amateurs, they had tons of area qualifiers and the regional qualifiers and winter series, all kinds of series in Texas. And Cycle Ranch has been around for a long time. It's a really cool track and really cool environment. That's the reason I made the 3-hour drive this morning, is because it's just such a cool track to ride, and plus the Makeup to Mud event was going on, so I knew I'd make the drive out this morning and go back this evening, and no big deal.